Hello guys, thank you for clicking on this video. In this video I will talk about the process of starting my company in Germany. I filmed this video over 5 weeks, so that's the whole time it took to start my company in Germany legally. And from the first email I sent to the notary to get the confirmation that the company is registered. So yeah, that's the whole process. Have fun watching the video. Also, as of this point, after 5 weeks, I'm still waiting for the IRS and I'm still waiting for the confirmation from my local town, but the company is fully operational. And also because some of the people who follow the journey want to know that, I have here the first invoice for my company and it's from the notary. So to get the company started and have it established and registered, it's like, so how much was it? 785 euros. So just that you get a glimpse of it. Anyway, have fun watching the video. Thanks for clicking on it and yeah, I'll see you in the next one. What's up guys? Welcome to another very casual video. So it's Monday the 27th of January and the day is finally here. Today we take the first step of starting the company and I want to document everything because that's not something you see usually. Usually it all happens behind the scenes and then someone says, hey, I got this company, I started this company. But what it takes to start this company here in Germany is something I want to document. And today is the first step. So today we're heading in less than 2 hours. We're heading to my first appointment with the notary, signing some documents, talking with him about insurance and some things I have to look out for. And then it's time for step 2. But first things first, we'll take in one step after the other. And right now, I'm waiting for the YouTube video I uploaded before to upload. So it's making content, starting the company, getting a hold of myself mentally. So yeah, I'm hopefully able to take you along with all the steps needed. And yeah, it's gonna be very cool. I'm very excited because I got my notepad, which I'm writing all my thoughts in for like 5 years right now. And the first entry from February of 2020 was the idea of this company I'm starting today. And it's feeling a little bit surreal to finally start it. But yeah, today is today. And I have no idea what's waiting for me. I have no idea how this appointment will turn out. So if you're new here, my name's Merkel. I'm starting a space tourism company in Germany, focusing on space trips here on Earth. So yeah, I would say, let's get this video started.
Vom Prozedere. Ich lese den Text jetzt vor. Die wichtigen Sachen, ich setze gerne nochmal ins Deutsche.
Okay.
Sie können jederzeit reinrufen, mich unterbrechen, wenn irgendwas unklar ist. Dann klären wir das immer gleich.
Perfekt, super.
Grundanleger. Denkt 2020 vor. Wenn jemand aus dem Land ist. Mich aber für 6 liegt. Die alles mal die Kasse das heißt, anschließend müsst ihr auch den Anleger haben. Ja, auch. Wieder Grundanleger zum Geschäftsführer, der Unterschied sein. Ja, passt ungefähr. Herzlichen Glückwunsch zur Gründung.
Ja, danke.
Ganz viel Erfolg mit Ihrem Vorhaben.
Danke.
Wenn es irgendwas gibt.
Alright guys, The work is officially done. The company is officially started.
That's what I'm talking about! That's why he's the MVP! That's why he's the GOAT! The GOAT!
It's the first step of many, but it's a very important step. Because I dreamed about doing something like that since I was 6 years old, and now at the age of 35, I'm finally able to say I started. I'm finally able to say I made my dream come true. I know maybe it's not gonna work out, maybe things go wrong, or maybe things don't go as planned. Well, things won't go as planned, I know that for sure, but it's such an important moment for me. I left the notary and I just fist pumped myself in the hallway because I was so pumped. So yeah, the work is done, the company is officially started. In Germany in particular, it's not a legal entity yet. So there are many steps ahead of it, like starting a business account, transferring money, writing back to the notary, and so on and so on and so on. But it's officially begun. And I will celebrate now, because right now I'm in the gym parking lot, like I always do in big moments in my life. I will celebrate with my favorite workout and clear my head and soak it all in. Let's go. So yesterday was a big day. I officially signed the company contract. So the company is now legally in founding. It's called in Germany, in Gründung. So what I have to do next is setting up a business account, transferring money into that business account. And then after that, I have a form, I have to send it to the notary to confirm, yes, the money is here. Please register my company. And that also takes like a few days, maybe a week. And there are also other steps after that. But first things first, I need to set up a bank account. And the things I'm looking for are, it has to be cheap, because I don't have that much funding for the beginning. I want it easy because I'm alone. I don't want a huge complicated bank account with thousands of features for the company itself. So I want it cheap and I want it easy. And the best thing would be if I can work with it completely digital. So I don't have to go into the bank. I can make everything from my dashboard or even from the cell phone. That would be very, very good. And also to be able to pay everywhere with my card. That's not something that's very easy in Germany, because things like American Express are rarely accepted. And another thing I'm looking for is something I can link to my back office. So when I have like invoices that I send out or that I get, they can link it with my back office, and that makes it easier to have like an overview and when it comes to my yearly taxes. So we have easy, cheap, and compatible with my back office. So what I need in Germany for setting up a business bank account are the documents from the notary, everything that we signed, so that the bank account or the bank knows, okay, this is really a company in founding and you have to get a business bank account. Now we're setting up the account with all these documents. So now I set up most of the bank account, but now it's time for the video identity thingy. So yeah, let's go.
Die Rückseite nach links, nach rechts kippen. Vielen Dank, der Prozess ist beendet. Schönen Tag noch.
Ebenso.
Danke, tschüss.
Ciao. So I uploaded everything they need from me regarding the business account. And now it takes like 24 hours and they review the documents. Then I get an email where it says, okay, now you can pay your starting capital in it. Then it takes another 24 hours. And after that, I get the confirmation that the money was sent in like 48 hours. So yeah, in the next 2 to 4 days, it depends how fast they're working, my business bank account is set up.
Boring.
So I know this topic is not very sexy, and some of you might, let me put on some light, that's better. And some of you might ask, okay, why is he talking about that? Because no one is talking about that. No one is talking about these small steps that no one tells you how to do. And to set up a business bank account in Germany, I know it can be easier if you just go to your local bank in your town with your printout documents, because Germans love printouts, and say, hey, I was at a notary, I want to start a business bank account, here are my documents, let's go. And they do everything. But usually they are not the cheapest, they are not the most reliable, and they don't have these features I want to have. So for yesterday and today, I spent a couple of hours to research and to compare the business bank accounts to really find the one I'm most comfortable with, and also has the function when I say, okay, I'm completely disappointed, I don't know, they freeze my bank account or whatever happens in this world, that it's easy to cut it, to quit, and to move on to another bank account, you know? Because what I'm setting up is an online business, so I want my bank account to be swift and responsive as my business itself. So I don't want to have this online business, this space tourism company, which is like 100% online, but then I have a bank account where I can't reach someone for 5 days and it takes forever to get an answer. That doesn't really match, So yeah, now it takes like a few more days. Then there's the next step, and we're heading straight to starting the company as a legal entity, step by step. Also, I have a question to all the other people who started the company. Did you feel any different after starting the company? Like immediately after you started the company? I know it's a big step and I want to celebrate it, but in my situation right now, it's like, maybe that's my imposter, I don't know. I don't feel any different, and I don't see it really as an accomplishment. It's more like, yeah, it's just the next step. Let's move on. There's much more important stuff to do, and so on and so on and so on. And a friend told me, maybe it's not the baddest idea to also celebrate like these tiny steps. And yeah, I think he's right. And maybe I should be more aware of the little steps. But right now, I really don't feel like it's a big win or something like that. It's just another step on the road I laid out for this year. Here we are again. So many of you don't know that since 2020 I have 2 bulging discs, and quite on schedule, once a year they are starting to slip. It becomes like pain off the charts, and yeah, so I'm just laying here on the couch and have my feet in a 45-degree angle working on the laptop. We have some inspirational music playing on the screen and just working. The reality of a founder with 2 bulging discs. That's just how life happens sometimes. But it's okay. I got enough work to do from my laptop and regarding the company. So today I received the confirmation that the business bank account is set up, and when I'm able to walk again, I will transfer the money into the bank account. because there are some things I need to do before that. And yeah, and I hope that by the mid or end of next week, the company is officially registered at the Handelsregister in Germany, the Commission on Trading Register, and then it's a legal entity. And then we have 2 more steps to go until we finally can move as a company. So yeah, now it's time for me to just work here, take my pen mats, and make the best out of it. We're not stopping because we have somewhere to go. And yeah, that's just how life is sometimes. Also, look at that beautiful artwork. Can you see that? Of that video. Awesome. So yeah, time to work. So since the last time, it's been more than a week, and the situation right now is that I put all the money in the bank account, got the confirmation from the bank. Now all these papers went back to the notary, and now I have to wait for confirmation that the business is registered at the commercial register, and that also can take like a few days and up to a week per mail. What's going on in my head right now while I'm waiting? Well, right now when I'm waiting, my brain is constantly trying to figure out where to begin, what to do first. Because I want to get ahead of things with making a prototype and so on and so on. But I can't pay someone right now because the company account and the business bank account itself is not fully established. So my business is not yet a legal entity. So I, for myself, am sitting on the sideline, but I'm not doing nothing. That would be counterproductive. So I'm focusing on things I can do. Yesterday I spent the whole day for our gala event. So if you're not aware of it, with 2 other startup founders, we will create a space-themed gala event in Munich this year in August. And it's focused on space sustainability, networking, bringing together the European space sector. And of course, there's a lot of work we need to do. So I was focused on that the last days. And regarding the business itself, I took part in the business plan competition. That's ahead, so I have to wait for the feedback from the jury. What I'm doing right now is get in touch with people of my niche and also working on the gala event, which is in 7 months, which sounds like a huge time, but it isn't. It's a very short time. And also trying to get myself in the spirit of a founder, because I don't know about you guys. I can tell you when you start feeling like you're a founder or an entrepreneur, because in my world I'm just a regular dude trying to get his dream out there, trying to get a hold of things, don't make too many mistakes, especially in legal form in Germany, and trying to keep this entrepreneurial spirit up and don't let myself to go more down, like, oh, I have to wait and I can't do anything. It's very easy to get slumpy when you're your own boss, and it's very easy to get distracted by all the things you have to do. Because right now I don't have a team, and I'm the content creator, I'm the HR, I'm the finance guy, I'm the CTO, I'm everyone, you know? And for a first-time founder that can be overwhelming. So I'm also trying to get like some kind of chronological order of importance in my brain of tasks I have to do to not get overwhelmed. Yeah. And try to enjoy the ride. So that's how are things going right now. I hope that I get the confirmation for the registration today. That would be very, very good. So I can make appointments in my local town and the IRS to get things rolling. But for now, it's just the day-to-day business to get a hold of things, to try to understand what to do first. I know what to do and not to do everything at once. It's just day-to-day grind. It's just day-to-day business. And I really hope that I get the word today that the business is registered and I get the confirmation email, because I don't want to wait any longer to start with operational things. So let's get into work.
I be smoking on that motherfucking voodoo. I be real just like doodoo. Tell me I don't even care. I be going slow, out there lean. All my diamonds from his bling. Then you go deal. Now I woke up on the wrong side of the bed. Call up, she just bring them pieces, then you go dead. Say you wanna smoke, now you just scared. Let them come and kill me, I don't even care. Now I woke up on the wrong side of the bed. Call up, she just bring them pieces, then you go dead. Say you wanna smoke, now you just scared. Let them come and kill me.
So today I had an appointment at my local startup center. And it was an appointment to just juggle with ideas, get some advice about financing, get some advice on technical things. And one thing I noticed, also because I had a call with my mentor this week on Tuesday, one thing I noticed is it's really, really great to get different kinds of feedback and advice, but you can't value every advice on the same level. Because when you do that, you lose your vision in the process. Because nobody sees what you're trying to do or what you want to do as clearly as you yourself do. And all this advice and feedback, it's kind of valuable, but you have to distinct how important is it to you? How important is the feedback of this person? Also, is it really a feedback of the person, or is it more their own opinion? Because it's really great when people tell you their ideas and what they think, but it's also really dangerous. So one thing I ask myself is, do I want to be at that position that person is? Do I want to have that expertise that that person has? Or do I want something completely different? And that helps me to distinct, okay, is this really helpful advice? Is this kind of helpful advice? Or is it something I just accept, hear, and maybe don't even save on my hard drive? No? That's something I realized of the last couple of days, because I had, I don't know how many emails and calls and people from different fields, and people tell me what I should do and what I shouldn't do and what I need and what I don't need and how I should phrase things, how I shouldn't phrase things, what's the first thing I need to do, what's the first thing that I mustn't do. So it's a lot of input, especially for me coming from a completely different field. And it's very easy to get caught up in all this different point of views and to lose your own vision in the process. So I really appreciate feedback, but I for myself need to learn to distinct more between them, more than I do now. Because, for example, on Tuesday I had the call with my mentor, and we were also juggling with ideas and talked about the target market and what would be the fastest approach to the market and how I could open my service to more people and get better revenue. And yeah, today I had the appointment. It was a completely other direction. It was more narrow-minded and it was more technical details and not only what I should do, but what I have to do, you know, in the opinion of others. And you see, the one person is open-minded, has connections, is more international, and the other person is someone who made some products himself, made some startups himself, and is now working full-time for a government company. And both of them have, I'm sure, valuable advice. But only one side of them is valuable for my vision. So that's one thing I learned from this meetings I had this week, and also meetings I had from the last couple of days. So other than that, I have great news. So the company Stellaris Space Adventures is now fully established. I'm just waiting on my local town on the feedback, but I'm fully operational now. I have my bank account and I can start. So the next step is to start working on the MVP. How do you make the first step when the company is founded? Because there are like 50 different things you can work on to not lose head. And that's some challenge I'm facing right now. Yeah. But right now I'm getting my head clear, because right now I'm at my local gym. So it's time for a quick workout. And then tonight, the next business call. Okay guys, since I said it in the clip before, the company is now fully registered. It's fully started, except for two things. The IRS information and also the information from my town. But the company is now official, a legal entity, and now we can officially say the company is founded, which feels like kind of surreal and incredible. And yeah, so the process now, since I had the first email conversation with the notary regarding the documents, is like 5 weeks ago. And since my appointment with the notary, it's like almost a month ago. So it's great. It's like I'm not fully aware of it right now, but it feels kind of great. So let me show you what I mean. Here we have it. Oh, where's the zoom here? Stellaris Space Adventures. Let's fucking go. So what are the next steps right now? The next steps right now is I'm waiting for the IS, I'm waiting for everything from my local town, but that's just something that goes along on the sideline. From myself, the next step is having a call with my web designer, just to outline what I want in my MVP, if it's possible to get started with the development of the MVP. That's now the main goal. Also, I have established a roadmap for the remainder of this year, things I want to get started on, things I want to established the earliest, and it's right now MVP. It's making a kind of landing page, nothing fancy, just that you guys get a glimpse of what's waiting for you, that you can sign up for the latest news. And also the next step is to reach out to potential experiences, what I've already done. So yeah, 5 weeks, German, bureaucracy, torture are now finally done. And also next week, I'm spending 2 days in Munich with Ramon, a CEO from Mexico, who is also like a space teaching platform. We will spend 2 days in Munich because it's his first time in Munich and he wants to see the city. We will talk about space and business and everything. I will vlog the whole thing. And after that, I will be in Istanbul 4 days with other startup founders, with my dear mentor Xenia, and we will have 4 amazing days. Also, I'm filming all of it and you guys can see much, much more. And this year is gonna be crazy on this channel, so don't miss out. And yeah, it's time to get this rocket off the ground. Stellaris Space Adventures, I can't believe it. Let's freaking go!